Okay, YouTubers, this is the Angryprepper. So today's video, we're going to talk about getting food and water now. Now, this is not a panic video. This is not a fear-mongering video. I know that some of you twats out there love to sit there and say I fear-monger. But anyway, back to the subject. So guys, we are seeing an increase in food prices. We're also seeing an increase in food shortage, or we're going to start seeing more food shortages. People are saying, at least in the comment sections of some of my videos, that they're starting to see less food or less meat coming. Okay, that was to be expected. We're seeing a bad farming year in a lot of states because of the drought out west. That's going to create the food shortage, guys, which is going to turn into a food crisis. So right now, this minute, you can stop this video and go do some shopping. Guys, we are headed towards something that a lot of us have been saying for a while. We've been beating that drum for quite a long time now, but now it's finally here. Now, I know some of you are like, well, of course, if you throw shit against the wall long enough, something will stick. Fair enough, fair enough. But we have all seen this coming, but through time. Now, like I said in some of my videos with the food shortages and the crisis before, I thought it would have happened a little sooner, to be honest with you, but it didn't. We did see some food shortages in certain places, but it was short-lived. We are going to see prolonged food shortage if this drought and if this extreme heat continues to happen out west. Now, we are starting to see food prices skyrocket, guys. I'll give you an example. At the firehouse, when we have our meals, we go shopping. We used to buy something called hanger steak because hanger steak was cheaper than skirt steak. If we bought a hanger steak meal and made it into a sandwich, for example, that meal would cost us $12, $13 a man. Now, with the prices of meat going up and the prices of all the other little add-ons to that meal going up, the price for that meal just 2 days ago was $20 a guy. Now, that is proof that the food prices are skyrocketing, guys. Not going up a little bit, skyrocketing. We had that last meal a couple months ago. It cost 12, 13 bucks. We had the same meal 2 days ago. Now it's $20. Meat has fucking skyrocketed, guys, beyond belief. Right? It is extremely high. But again, if you get it now before it gets higher, you're going to save yourself some heartache. Again, get a vacuum sealer to vacuum seal that food. Start canning. Start drying the meat if you can, right? And do what needs to be done to preserve this meat, to preserve this food. Now, I know freezing the food in the freezer, that's power that if the power goes out, you could be fucked. But solar generator, guys, comes in handy. I'm telling you right now, that solar generator downstairs is the shit. If you have a gas generator, it works just the same, but gas generators work a little longer, but you also using gasoline. Whereas a solar generator, you're using a renewable source, the sun. Now, supermarkets are stocking up as of right now because they're getting ready for the, I guess you can call it price gouging by the distributors. So they're buying it now at a lower rate, and they're buying more of it at a lower rate and overstocking, if you will, before that price skyrockets or is out of their reach and then they can't buy it anymore. So they are stocking up. So again, your local supermarket, guys, you got to go and look at the deals and the sales and the coupons and all that shit and start saving money when you're buying that, because again, this food shortage and crisis looks like it's right around the corner because we are actually watching what's going on out west. Food prices at restaurants are going up as well. Guys, I ordered a box of pizza from a place called Giovanni's in the Bronx, off of 156, I think, and the Grand Concourse, right? Or maybe it's 146. But anyway, it's in the Grand Concourse in the Bronx. And their pies used to be 18 bucks. It is now $24 a pie. That is super expensive now, guys. Again, we are seeing this in other forms now at restaurants. I'm being told that there are restaurants like chicken spots, like Popeyes and Kentucky Fried Chicken, that can't keep up with the demand of chicken that, you know, people are coming to the restaurant to eat, and they're not getting it because there's less fucking meat being grown because they had to get rid of a lot of their livestock during the pandemic shutdown. As far as water goes, water's being contaminated all over the world, guys. We're having these interesting contamination problems around the United States. Not many, but enough to be noticeable and enough to say, get your water in order. If you have a well, protect it. If you don't have a well, you live in a city, you're gonna have to buy bottled water. You're gonna have to buy a water filter as well. A water filter so that you can store your own water, right? Get a 5-gallon jug, stack that shit in your home, guys, or stack it in the storage unit if you don't have room in your apartment. These are the things you are going to need to do when it comes to water. Now, 3% of all drinkable water is all we have on this planet. The rest of it is fucking salt water or truly contaminated. 2/3 of that water is frozen in the glaciers up north or in the south, right? The South Pole to the North Pole. That's where a lot of that fresh drinking water is, right? So guys, we have limited amount of water, and that out of the 3%, it's starting to be contaminated slowly. You have certain nuclear reactors that are leaking, but they're trying to keep that quiet. You have what happened in, what was it, Michigan, I think it was, where they had that bad leak, or toxic water leak. You had that cesspool or radiated pool down, I think it was in Florida, that might leak into the reservoir nearby, right? And then you got people just dumping shit into the reservoirs. So the water's getting contaminated, guys, and we have to start looking into that, or at the very least start being aware of it. Guys, we're also seeing the mega drought. The mega drought that's going to cause the arsenic cloud to, fuck our lungs up. We're seeing a drought as well. So again, guys, drinking water is going to be less available to those people who are in the mega drought areas. Right now, New York City is not in that area. We're fucking getting rain all the time. But on the other side of the United States, they're feeling it. Farmers are being told to use less water for their crops. That means they're going to grow less crops, which is going to, in turn, start the food shortage into a crisis. So our water's being fucked with. We're having a drought, and farmers are being told to use less water, which means they're going to be producing less food. Now, guys, the stock market's also reacting to the possible lockdown. Now, they're talking about a possible lockdown again because of the Delta variant and people not being vaccinated. They're turning people against each other with this. Well, the unvaccinated is causing this, and the vaccinated are playing along. But if we don't get compliance, this is the government, if we don't get compliance, we might have to lock down again. So the stock market is reacting to the possibility of another lockdown, guys. So there could be a depression formed out of the next lockdown or possible lockdown. Even them talking about it had the market tank last week 900 points. They were just talking about it. So forget about us going through another one. Businesses are not going to fucking survive this, guys. There are going to be a lot more homeless people and jobless people if we go through another lockdown. Now, there's also, from what I read, an actual plague of grasshopper eating crops. Grasshoppers are eating crops, guys. What does that mean? They're destroying the crops. If they're destroying the crops, that means less food on the table. Guys, this is serious, that what we're going through, and we're seeing it, and people are starting to feel the effects slowly. Now, here's the deal about this whole thing. What we are seeing is the frog in a pot syndrome. It's happening so slowly, people are adapting to it a little bit at a time, like the frog does in the pot. If you put a frog, let me explain this real quick. If you put a frog in a, not lukewarm, but room temperature water, he'll sit in there. When you turn the stove on, as it starts to boil, the frog gets used to his surroundings, the water, until he's boiling, until he's dead. He died in boiling water. Frog in a pot syndrome. We can be experiencing that. Some of us are experiencing that. Some of us are like, well, okay, well, that happened, but that happened over there. We don't need to worry about that. Oh, okay, that happened? Well, that happened on the other side of the world. We don't have to worry about that. We absolutely need to be paying attention, not worried. What we need to be doing is prepping so that we don't worry. You continue to prep, guys. Continue to continue. You're going to hear us say this 1,000 times. We're going to beat this drum until we break it, or beat the dead horse until it's deader, right? Not a thing. But anyway, my point is, guys, continue to do what we're doing, but we are seeing these things a little bit at a time. Some of you guys are going to sit there and go, but I'm not seeing it yet. Frog in a pot syndrome. You're not seeing it yet, but you got to go online and read for yourself. You do not have to take my word for it. I don't know how many fucking times I have to tell people this. Don't take my word for it. Do the research yourself. But it is coming. We are seeing drips and drabs of it. We are seeing prices go up, guys. We're seeing something. So with all of that being said, guys, continue to prep. Don't stop. Again, supermarkets, freeze-dried foods from the 2 links in my description section below. And guys, I hate pushing it because it sounds petty, but If you're gonna buy freeze-dried food and you wanna buy decent freeze-dried food, the two links in the comment section below, in the description section below are two companies that you can go with because I tried them. But if you wanna try another freeze-dried food company, by all fucking means, do it. Look for MREs online. Be careful when you buy MREs online. I said that a million times. Go to your supermarket, look for sales, look for coupons in your, coupon things, and look at those as well, guys, and do smart shopping and save money. Don't throw it all in the wind. Don't panic. Now's not the time to panic. Now's the time to get your head on right and prep. All right, guys, so this is the Angry Prepper. Thank you for watching. You can like and subscribe to this channel. You can also follow me on Instagram, Facebook, and Telegram. And other than that, guys, thank you for watching.